TLEV Media, bringing the magic of the theme parks to your home.
From vlogs to interviews, TLEV Media is entertainment for all. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TLEV Media. I'm Thomas.
And I'm Mr. E.
And we've got some very exciting news for all of you when we're talking about theme parks, right? This channel is Theme Parks, and we are talking about none other than Universal Orlando Resort reopening June 5th.
Yeah.
It's been a while, right? It's been over 63 days since the park closed.
Yeah.
It's
as we speculated, Florida was going to be the first to open up.
We didn't expect.
There we go.
It started with Universal City Walk.
Yep.
And then
Disney Springs.
We're
just talking Universal. Okay.
And then
forget.
3 weeks later, the park opens.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Well, we already know that it's going to have the same regulations. Everybody has to wear masks. All team members, all guests. And also, there's going to be, check-in. Well, you have to check in through City Walk, so you're going to be checking in the same way that if you were just to go to City Walk, there's going to be hand sanitization stations. But, what do you think? What do you think about the fact that there's no reservations?
Well, yeah, exactly. That is interesting. No reservations. So, basically, it's a first-come, first-served situation. I think that's not the greatest idea.
All right, Leo, you're in the video.
We have a third member now.
All right.
Back to what I was saying.
So yes, when the park opens, it will be 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yeah, and then no reservations. I think that's wild, but hey, I think that maybe they got something figured out.
My problem is that, like you said, first come, first served.
Yeah.
How are you going to regulate the lines, make sure that everybody's keeping 6 feet apart when it's first come, first served? Everybody's so excited. The parks are reopened. They just want to go.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm excited. The fact that we're at a stage where parks are considering reopening.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think it's a little too early.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have heard what we've said all the time.
Exactly.
We're not ready to go to the parks. We think it's a little risky. But so that's why we decided for this video, we reach out and see what you guys think.
Yes.
So on Instagram at TLEV Media, we asked you guys what are your thoughts on the parks reopening. Now I'm not gonna say their names because I don't want anyone to get certain type of hate and stuff like that.
No, but these are just like the.
So I'll put the answers up there, I say we just go through them. Universal looks to be a little bit more prepared for procedures compared to Disney.
Okay. Well, yeah, no one's barbecuing in City Walk.
Recently, Disney Springs, there was a situation.
It was a family barbecuing at Disney Springs.
Yeah. So that's not the greatest to have that happening. First day. Nothing has happened at City Walk yet over, and we're talking Orlando, okay?
City Walk Orlando.
Nothing has happened over in City Walk Orlando yet. Knock on wood. Also, you gotta wait 2 to 3 weeks to see if anyone actually caught whatever this thing is. Excited because this is a step in the right direction. Hashtag HHN hopeful.
Oh, so right direction of HHN.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely with the park reopening, HHN 30 seemed like it is a guarantee.
Yeah, for Orlando right now.
That's why HHN 30 in Orlando pretty much seems like a guarantee. California, there's no guarantee yet.
This is a good one. This is from one of our friends. It makes me nervous. A slow day at a theme park is still a lot of people. Well, okay, so let's think about this. So, what were they doing capacity-wise? Are they speaking any numbers?
Yeah, they're doing about 25%.
25%. Orlando is a big park. They have their multiple lands. They're talking that they're going to be open from, I think it was 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
Then their water parks will be closed at 5 p.m.
That's right, because we didn't even mention how
their water parks are opening up too. That's interesting. That's very interesting to me. Guess the chlorine kills the buggers, the disease. I don't know. That's interesting.
I mean, I guess you could say chlorine's.
I wonder if they're gonna I wonder if they're gonna use the tube rides and stuff like that, or are they just gonna?
All I know, I've always been like with water parks because there's always kids peeing in the water. Now this, I think
it's interesting. It's very interesting, but yeah. I think what this comment more is going to be like when the parks are opening up out here, especially Universal. Gotcha. That's a very small park.
Yeah.
Universal Hollywood. Capacity wise, I mean, 25% of Universal Hollywood is.
It's still a lot of people.
It's probably still a lot of people, but like compared to 25% out in Orlando,
sure,
it's probably minimal.
Sure.
As a CM, which is a cast member, I'm scared to go back so soon and spread it to my family, but also happy to return to. So I think that is the same for a lot of people who work in these parks. It is still scary. Yes, it is. Especially cast members are the ones that are going to be out there the most, and I think
most exposed.
Most exposed to this. Yes, they're gonna have their masks, gloves.
They are having gloves, but so they're gonna have it the entire time they're there. They have to have their temperature checked.
Yeah.
I feel for you and for all other team members at Universal Orlando because it is a big fear to bring him back.
Yeah.
Just because the parks are reopening doesn't mean that this is done. It's far from being over. There is no vaccine. There is nothing. In fact, there are speculations of there being a second wave as the seasons change again.
So yeah, well,
I mean, I feel for you.
Oh yeah, well, and we understand. I mean, it's gonna still be a little scary. I mean, I'm gonna read this now. This kind of goes with it. It goes, as much as we miss going to theme parks, it's gonna feel good and different. So yeah, it's gonna be great to be in the parks again. Yeah. But it is not gonna feel the same. I don't think. When we go back to Disney, it's not gonna. To me, it's not gonna feel like the happiest place on earth. It's still gonna be fun to be on the rides and stuff, but also you're gonna.
I feel like it's gonna be different. It's gonna be very eerie, like walking through City Walk where there's no movies playing, the restaurants are not open, there's no one playing instruments out. Yeah. It's going to be a very interesting environment and I mean the kids. I don't even think the kids are gonna be allowed to run through the water. That whole section, the water might not even be there anymore. It's going to be very interesting when it opens up in here in Hollywood, and I think that Florida is definitely almost like a controlled group experience.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what we've been saying.
Happen.
And you're gonna have to wait at least 3 weeks until you can figure out something. I mean, also depends if people are gonna go. If they do catch it, are they gonna go to the hospital and then they're gonna ask them, okay, where have you been the last 3 weeks, kind of thing. That's the only way. So I would say, a month's time after the park opening, we'll figure out exactly if anything has happened. I think they will do somewhat of a soft opening where half the attractions are open on days and half of the crowd attendance as well.
Well, so we definitely saw that, yesterday, pass holders got this email that's like, welcome home annual pass holders, right? And it talks about how there's going to be like benefits that are going to be brought out a little bit later. It talks about a little bit later. I'm speculating that those benefits are going to be earlier entry or more of like because there are no reservations, it's like the pass holders are going to have more of a chance to go to these. So kind of like with like Disney hotels, sometimes they do a magic hour. I'd rather wait a month after it's been open. Going ASAP is too risky, I think. Okay. It's the right move as long as people take the new rules seriously. And that is the big issue. We've seen in Shanghai Disneyland's opening, we've seen that City Walk's opening, and we've seen Disney Springs openings, that it is not 100%, and that's all it takes. It takes that one person to not be 100%. And I mean, we've seen people already commenting, not on our stuff, but on other people, so saying like, parks are opening soon. It's like, do I really need to wear a mask even though my kid has these problems can't really? Okay, well, first of all, let's think about other people too. If your kid has problems already, don't bring them. Don't bring them. Don't bring them yet. I mean, they probably love it. We love the theme parks, right? Like you're talking about. When we go to the parks, it's to escape reality, right? But the problem is, reality is everywhere. It's everywhere right now. This is everywhere, and going to the theme parks is not escaping anything. In fact, you are even more in danger in the theme parks than staying at home. I'm excited, but honestly hope employees can stand up for themselves. The only positive thing that has come out of this thing is that employees are no longer taking abuse from awful customers. So I think we're gonna be seeing that a lot with these parks. I think so. If you don't want to wear your mask, I think employees have the right to say, then get the heck out of here. This is not a place that you can be. I agree. I agree. And I think it comes down to safety at that point. I wish every team member nothing but the best. I'm sending all positive thoughts to your direction. I'm keeping you in my thoughts right now. I'm hoping the best for everybody who's going, for guests, but especially for team members, because that is their job. Their job is to make you feel safe and feel comfortable in these most unsafe and most uncomfortable times.
Right. And if you're a team member or cast member, you let us know in the comment section down below. Like if there's new training that you guys are going through,
or send us a message.
Send us a message if you don't want to put it down there in the comment section. We'd love to hear what you guys think, especially you're gonna be working in these conditions mostly.
But Universal Orlando's opening, and we will be keeping a very watchful eye to see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
We are going to wait another week before we start assessing Shanghai Disney.
Yeah.
And we're gonna wait a few more weeks before assessing Disney Springs and also assessing City Walk. But those are all future videos. And if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button.
If you're new to the channel, subscribe.
And if you also want to follow us on our social media for more instantaneous information about all these theme parks, make sure to go to @TLEV Media on Instagram, Facebook, and also Twitter.
We got a website, it's TLEVmedia.com. We also have a a donation area called Buy Me a Coffee.
Buy us a coffee.
BuyMeACoffee.com/TLEV Media.
We have TikTok in case that interests you. We do fun little things there, so yeah. And of course, I'm Thomas.
I'm Mr. E.
Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.